into the pick overlay now. So hello everybody and welcome to a Dota is Hard in-house game. This is going to be the last one cast by me for the night. Joining me is Bogey1 and MightyShindig. Hello guys. Hello? Are you here guys?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Radiant
Alright,
team back.
looks like they're deciding not to speak. Or if they are, I can't hear them at all. I definitely don't have co-casters muted. There's something weird going on. But we do see some standard bans out here. The Coddle Magnus banned out as well as the Nyx. Probably going to ban out the Nakes here. Possibly even banning out the Bat Rider if they don't ban out the Nakes. I can hear myself, so that means Bogey must be in here.
Yep.
Hello,
here I am.
can you hear me?
I had to turn,
I can hear Mighty as
the
well.
mic back on.
Hello and welcome,
I had
guys.
to turn push to talk off.
I introduced you guys.
I'll turn it back on.
What happened.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yep, no worries. And we see the Shadow Demon actually picked as the first ban out, so we still have a Bat Rider in the pool.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I actually think that Shadow Demon is the best support there.
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly. Shadow Demon is usually in the first 3 picks. So like, if you're picking second, usually just leave the Shadow Demon open because you know you're gonna get it. Usually, right?
Yeah, he's not really.
I would have picked.
I wouldn't say he was first pick. I have seen him first picked by teams before. No, not professional teams, but Dota is Hard teams. But we do see the Bat Rider lifestealer pick up. So you know that Infest Bomb in a Bat Rider is going to be very harmful for the dire side. It'll be interesting to see who they pick up to support the lifestealer in a tri-lane. Very carry-heavy lineups from both teams already, both showing kind of their main cores. Lina, of course, part of the tri-lane setup, but having the Lone Druid and Luna already showing your cards for the late game.
The problem is that there's no setup for the Lina right now.
Yeah, exactly. With the Shadow Demon
So
not there.
if they ban the Bane and the Rubik, there's no setup, almost.
Yeah.
I think they'll be going for a hard stun afterwards.
Yeah, they definitely need to go for... I think probably the Rubik would be the best pickup.
Yeah, that might be it.
Just also, the Vengeful Spirit is someone that gets overlooked a lot. Her ultimate still does go through Nakes when he's raged up, so a very good way of getting him out of position or away from your carries when he is in that rage form. And a very good setup stun as well.
The auras would be very strong too.
Yeah, stacking of auras with Luna and Venge.
Yeah.
And we see the Rubik pick up from the Radiant side, so they're not going to be able to get that support in their lineup. At the moment, not too many excellent spells to steal. You know, Eclipse and Laguna Blade, of course, very good. All of Lina's spells are decent, but Lone Druid not offering much in the way for Rubik to steal. And they ban out the Puck, so I'm guessing they think...
team ban.
I don't really see a point of banning out the Puck. I would assume that the Bat Rider was going mid. He can, of course, fill that...
can still jungle, though.
He can always fill the offlane or jungle role, so I guess they're worried about that and don't want the lockdown of the Puck, but I would imagine with the lineup they have currently, he would be a mid laner. I would have banned out more supports because they still do need those support heroes. And the Radiant side smartly banning out the Bane, so there's no setup for that Light Strike array. And I would assume with the rest of their bans, they're going to be banning out the supports with setup stuns.
Radiant team ban.
The Darkseer also.
Yeah, it looks like they're banning offlaners. So Puck offlane. Do you know any of these players? I haven't played with this group for very long, so I'm not familiar with anyone.
I know Juicy often plays a Clockwork offlane. He loves picking up Keeper of the Light, but usually he's first ban, and he was first ban here. Apart from that, The rest of these players, not really. It's kind of hard with Dota is hard because you don't have a very stable number of players or, you know, general teams that pick up
10 seconds
similar
remaining.
strategies, so you just have to kind of go with whatever's popular at the moment.
5 seconds remaining.
Or just kind of generalized picks and bans of what you think they'll be doing.
Reserve time.
I think the only people I know that have kind of signature heroes are Kaya, that plays an excellent
Dire team
windrunner,
ban.
Yif, that plays a really good alchemist, Juicy on the clockwork, and then Beast, who is a player in Dota is hard, likes to take up that mid role. Seen him on the puck, seen him on a Beastmaster, and he plays very well. But we're gonna see the Nature's Prophet banned out, so they don't want any global push coming out. Of course, Juicy ran that hero last game to great effect. Got up a Hand of Midas, got up a Scythe pretty quickly as well, and managed to take down those squishy supports with the Sprout and Scythe quite easily.
10 seconds remaining.
But still a lot of
5
viable
seconds
supports in
remaining.
the pool for that setup stun. So it'll be, and we see the Jacaro banned out, so we're not going to be
Radiant team
seeing the
banned.
Jacaro Rubik tri-lane with the Lifestealer. I think that the Radiant should pick up a Leshrac. It would work well with their tri-lane and lend even more to their kind of mid-game potential with that Lifestealer and Batrider. If they manage to jump in and pick off a hero, the push through with the Leshrac is going to be very strong. We'll see what they decide to pick up. Meanwhile, the Dire side still really needs
10
their support
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
Could go for another core hero.
5
And Lone
seconds
Druid, of
remaining.
course, probably going to be getting that solo easy lane or off lane. I don't imagine he'd be in a dual or tri
Reserve
lane.
time.
Can be jungled in a pinch, but I'd say he'd probably be a solo off lane, because with the Luna you don't really want her in a part of an aggressive tri lane unless you are going to aura stack with someone like a Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, much better suited to a defensive tri lane. Final ban for the Radiant taking quite a long time to come out. Be interesting to see who they pick up. Or ban out, rather. Some pings going on in the background.
Oh, that's an unusual pick.
Yeah, we see a
Prophet.
Death Prophet pickup, so that's going to be their mid laner. It also is a lot of push. They've got the Lone Druid and the Death Prophet now. With the Luna damage aura on top of that, I would really love to see a Vengeful Spirit picked up for a bit of aura stacking, as well as just kind of even more push power, and the setup stun for the tri lane. Lina and Vengeful Spirit can be quite a potent
10
roaming
seconds
combination.
remaining.
Or even someone like the Forgotten Sand King. It would give them
5
a lot of team
seconds
fight with that
remaining.
epicenter, and a good combination with the Burrow Strike and Light Strike array.
Reserve time. Ten seconds
Interesting
remaining.
draft coming out so far. With the
5
Batrider going to be the
seconds
first time
remaining.
he's actually gone through the first banning phase for any game I've cast.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
gonna
I was-
say before the
yeah, I was
Tinker
gonna-
pick.
Yeah, same.
I,
They need the anti-push.
yeah. And also, I was thinking that they were leaning towards an offlane bat, considering that they were taking so long on banning the Quap. I think they might have been considering taking the Quap as well.
So it's most likely going to be Tinker in that mid lane, probably stacking up Ancients on the side, or getting all the last hits he
10
can, but they still
Axe.
need their final...
An Axe
silence
pick,
spot.
okay.
Axe pick.
Team pick.
Interesting. I don't know how they're going to lane it. Is Axe going to be part of a tri-lane, or is he going to creep skip and go for an early tower push with Luna and...
I think it's going to be a jungle axe, but I don't see this going well for them. Because they're gonna, if the Radiant go aggressive, they can't do much against that.
Yeah, Axe is unusual. I mean, I've only ever drafted Axe against a TA maybe to go mid. That was just an experiment.
Windrunner at your
But
service.
unless a player specifically requests him, I wouldn't be drafting him. Not very.
So they've decided to go pretty.
Okay,
What's the
looks
word?
like a jungle rat
Greedy,
maybe, with an
yeah.
offlane win.
Yeah, and
I think
then,
they should.
I'd
I think they
say-
should have gone to the Shrek instead, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the amount of push and anti-push Tinker and Leshrac have, if you choose to go Lightning build instead of Edict, they could have easily kind of starved out the Dire side and just completely overtaken them with farm. Because I really think the Lifestealer
The
Tinker
Axe was-
combination is going to do more in the late game.
Wherever DC here, it's just like a pro game.
So we'll quickly introduce the players. We have Dvalletious on the Nakes, Aquasock on the Batrider, SevenNights on the Windrunner, TheIlluminati on the Rubik, and the final player, Orange, who is Blaze.The.Power, will be picking up that other hero that I forget.
Tinker.
Tinker was the
Did
other
you pick
hero
up
picked
Tinker?
up. While on the side of the Dire, we have Juicy on the Lone Druid, Emma Stone on the Axe, Pandamonium on the Lena, guapomole on the Death Prophet, and Skarey, maybe Skarey, on the Luna. They have gone for an instant smoke.
Yeah, that's really quick smoke, considering like
It
two of the
might be a
heroes,
level 1
three of the heroes
Roshan.
haven't bought items yet.
Level 1 Roshan, I think, maybe. They have the bear to tank.
I don't think they can make it.
With
That'll
the-
be a very long Roshan.
It would take
They
too
have
long.
the
for them
Luna
to do
Aura
it.
too.
I think even with the Luna
It'll be funny
Aura,
to see.
there'll be the tank of the bear, tank of axe, damage aura from Luna. Light strike or ray from Lena will be a bit of stun. The Death Prophet really doesn't add anything to it.
Well, Axe has the 2 healing potions already.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump back into the game.
All right,
It'll be interesting
carry
to
on.
see where they go. The courier is running out with them apparently. But no, he's being sent back, and they are heading towards the bottom. Not sure if they're trying to catch out maybe the Radiant trying to stop a pull ward, or if they are going to go for that level 1 Roshan. They are kind of heading in that direction, so maybe we will see the level 1 Rosh come out, which is why they were so quick to smoke and quick to get out there.
They might be going the wrong way here. They should go for the high ground. Oh, they are going for the rush. Wow.
They are going for
Bad
the level
spot
1
now. Bad
Roshan.
spot lean.
Oh, and they're going to spot
see
Lena
it.
coming out of the
They're really
smoke.
close.
Warding off the Batrider, but there are 3
that's not
heroes here. The lift up from the Rubik already, and she is in the
can't do
middle
this
of
anymore.
4. The open wounds comes out, the
They're
power
just
shot as
leaving
well,
her to die as
and
well.
that is a dead Lena,
Lone
as
Druid
well
dealing with it now.
as the Lone Druid showing them by
Windrunner
coming out of the
gets there
Roshan
first.
pit. The Firefly comes out,
Had to happen.
and they are in trouble. The bear is going to go down in 1 or 2 more auto attacks. He's going to sacrifice him, and this Death Prophet is going to go down to the Firefly and auto attacks. The axe is on the back foot now as well. The open wounds comes off, and that's going to be another kill.
ways.
A 3-0 trade for the Radiant and no Roshan. That is a very, very bad start. And it looks like the Batrider was expecting this move. And that's just given their offlaner 1 kill and 2 assists. So it looks like they actually might be running the Windrunner in a tri-lane at bottom, not going up there. It looks like the Batrider is actually going to be the offlaner
Where'd you
here.
go?
So a little bit of an odd tri-lane, I've got to say. The Shackle Shot, not the best for stunning,
Looks
but they're
like we
going to
lost
go on
one.
this Lone Druid already. We see some auto attacks coming out. The Shackle line is good, but doesn't have level 2 yet. We see the lift up, not quite enough damage, needs to
They
get a
get the
power
kill,
shot
they get
off
the kill.
here. 1 more auto attack, and he gets the power shot.
gotta
That's
hurt.
another kill on
And
the
we're
Lone
back.
Druid. Some excellent play coming out from the Radiant here.
I'll return the favor.
And the
That
Lone
was
Druid
talking about the Alliance.
instantly TPs back out.
Yeah, Bat was talking about the Alliance, and they picked up an Axe too. And they did a level 1 strat with Axe. Their tri-lane was Shadow Demon, Dazzle, and Axe.
Yep.
They did level 1 rush, and they pretty much won the game in 10 minutes.
And we see Batrider also warding out 2 camps. We see the pool camp warded and the easy camp warded, so Emma is not going to have an easy time in the jungle here. Going to have to go into those medium camps to get any sort of farm. And at the low level that she is, it's not going to go well for her at all. Meanwhile, if we take a look at the last hits, the Nake's also in that tri-lane, already up at 9 and 3. Gonna have to tank up these creeps under the tower. Missing out on the last hit there, but should be able to have some good lane control here with the Windrunner and the Rubik really shutting down that lone druid early. Already has that 1 death on him after the good lane support from the Rubik. The Windrunner has come around. The open wound's already out on the lone druid, and this is a dead lone druid. Probably not even going to use the lift. Doesn't need it. And this lone druid just can't sit on this lane anymore. Meanwhile, the supports smoke up. It looks like they're going to go mid. And a kind of double KO.
Following them, I think.
Death Prophet kills off the Tinker, but the Tinker kills the Death Prophet. So, of course, this favors the Death Prophet because dying first... Oh, not dying. Or...
There was a ward there getting, seeing the haste if they were paying attention.
Ooh, where the ping's coming out? No, but it looks like Death Prophet's gonna run back anyway. If we take a quick look at the experience, it's starting to dip back down in favor of the Dire after the big swing, almost 1k in favor of the Radiant after that Roshan attempt. And the gold is sitting at about 1k in favor of the Radiant, with that first blood gold going to the Windrunner, and the assist gold going, you know, to the rest of the team. But so far, Dire's having an alright laning stage apart from the lone druid on bottom, managing to get quite a bit out of the safe lane. Unfortunately, the Axe, only sitting at level 2, is going to need a salve up. I don't really see the jungle working very well unless he buys up a sentry ward and dewards his own small camp.
I am in your debt.
See an unpause coming out, and the lone druid doesn't have a bear for another 74 seconds as well. It looks like they might just tower dive this. I think they can. Shackle Shot comes out, hits on the range creep, gets lifted back. Taking a lot of auto attack damage. They are going to die, but the open wounds comes out. The Fade Bolt as well. The 2 range attacks from the supports are enough to take down the lone druid, even under a tower. The Windrunner dropping very low, only 37 health. And I've got to say that the Dire supports really need to TP in at the moment. Just kind of stacking up, and I think even though Axe couldn't do much, just his presence on this bottom lane with a few battle hungers would be enough to force them back a tiny bit. Because Emma's not going to be able to pull anything out of this jungle with those wards set up. But really, the Dire are in a bit of a pickle this game. A request for another pause coming out from Windrunner. Orange has DC'd and is heading back, so we're going to see a bit of free farm up for the Death Prophet here. Take advantage of that DC.
Why is the Tinker so under-farmed? It's really strange.
Sure. I think he's been having connection issues, but yeah, only sitting at 1-1 at the moment, not even using that laser to to grab a last hit or harass the Death Prophet off lane with laser rocket combo. Of course, the Death Prophet doesn't actually have her bottle yet. Still about 130 gold off. If she does choose to get a bottle, that is. But I think it would be a good idea too this game. See 3 stacks of napalm up on the Luna. And with 2 levels of Flame Break and 1 in the Firefly, I think you could definitely go on the Luna. The supports are sort of rotating backwards, and unless Lena can hit a very good light strike, I think it would be a kill for the Batrider.
Depends though. Luna has the tranquil boots already, so it should be pretty fast.
Of course, they do break very quickly. With the new rules, it drops down to what, 25.
All right, carry on.
The napalm does come out up to 4 stacks now. The firefly does pop off as well. The flame break hits her as well. The 5 comes out. The light strike array, not enough.
She's dropping
Another
down really
napalm
low.
hit and another auto attack's gonna do it. But the
It's
Bat
not
Rider
the
very
bat
low.
you gotta worry about.
One more second
She's
until
fruit.
Dragon Slayer. She needs to hit it. He does bottle up, but gets hit by the light strike array. And now the Lena in a bit of trouble. 2 stacks of sticky napalm up. But is he going to follow at 3 now? He does have the flame break. He should be able to get the kill here. 4 up. The flame break comes out. Another stack of napalm and 1 more hit is going to do it.
Somebody's cooking.
And also taking off the Axe Battle Hunger with the last
you
hit
without
on the Lena
batting
as
an
well.
eye.
So a nice little off-lane play by the Bat Rider. It seems that people are having a bit of issue with ping at the moment. I'm getting a 50 at the moment. How are you guys doing?
I have 50 as well.
Yeah.
I've got 24.
Dire's top tower's gonna
Fortunately,
beat
players
down.
apparently the Tinker timing out sometimes, and Luna getting 700 MS apparently. But this game will continue. 9-1 in favor of the Radiant at the moment. The experience sitting at about 1.3k, and the gold around 1.5k in favor of the Radiant. The Naix is
Lone
farming
Druid
up.
is so poor.
Yeah, with those deaths, 3 deaths for the Lone Druid now. He's just got absolutely nothing, and he's sending his bear back to base because he just can't stand on the lane up to the harass damage from these heroes. It looks like he's trying to take out this large ancient.
The Lena screwed up the pool as well. He tried to stack the ancients, and Lena walked past at the wrong time.
That is unfortunate.
Invis rune.
Ooh, and the Death Prophet gets a solo kill on the Tinker. Double damage rune in her bottle, but not popped off, so it's just spam damage coming out from her.
Tinker was very low
Radiant's
life
mid
at the
tower
time,
could use a hand.
and she came up with an Invis rune.
Okay. So we see Tinker only 2-2 in the mid. Definitely won by the Death Prophet here, who's sitting at level 8. Tinker's only just pushed his level 6. Has opted for a magic one first. Doesn't have the bottle, nowhere near a soul ring, and doesn't even have the boots for boots of travel. So we're going to see a very delayed Tinker if he even manages to get that farm up. So, I don't know, what do you think the Tinker needs to do to get back into this?
He needs to get one of the swords to start stacking the ancient camp, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna need to farm ancients.
I think the only problem with this is he's gone for the ganking laser rocket build. He should actually be able to kill off this Death Prophet once rockets are cooled off with the burst that it has, but no, she bottles up, so not able to anymore. But he has gone for this ganking kind of build, but doesn't have the farm up for the bottle, nor for the boots, and a mistimed rocket's just gonna fizzle out.
And Death Prophet still does have double damage for a while.
It does. I think the Tinker needs to be more active around the map. He can very easily kill off this Lone Druid. And
Regeneration!
they should be able to spot him out near the Ancients as well. They know that he won't be in the jungle because Axe is there. And he's not showing himself on bottom lane, so I think they really need to put up some offensive wards here. UC actually getting
I
very
think
low.
both teams need to make some rotations. If Tinker wants to get some farm, he might need to start farming the small creep camp.
The Windrunner comes in and a
Windrunner actually
rotation
as well.
from the Rubik and Windrunner, as we say this, doing some stutter stepping from the Windrunner, going for the power shot line but unable to hit it. And the movement speed bonus from that Witchcraft really helping out Death Prophet there, able to just run away from
The Dire
danger.
might want to mine their
With
top tower.
361 movement speed, there's nothing that
Dive by Bat Rider.
we can do.
Come top, come top.
Yeah.
These profits mean nothing.
Rubik kills off the Death Prophet with the with the power shot and also the fade bolt. Uphill miss also denies the kill on the Tinker, so Death Prophet getting a little bit too aggressive there and being taken out by the Radiant supports. Meanwhile, Luna still farming. Not very well though when you compare it to the Snakes, who's sitting up at 45 last hits and already has that Hand of Midas up. I think he's had it for a couple of minutes already.
Dire's top tower. You know
It's
the
not
drill.
going to be a good game for the Dire side if they just let him keep on farming the way he is. The Axe is the next highest on 34, but of course those are going to be jungle creeps for the main part, so worth a lot less than the lane creeps. Windrunner currently sitting off to the side, has her mana boots up.
Mid.
They do have a dive going on Death Prophet, silenced up, and she pops off the ultimate when on low health.
That's 4 in a row.
Don't agree with that at all, because now her ultimate's going to be on cooldown
I'm the
for
one
another
your
minute and
mission's
a
been
half.
warning you about.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Pushing down the top tower, which Luna is lending a lot of damage to. But Lone Druid continuing to
Radiant's
farm these
top
ancients
tower's
up.
hurting.
Is up at level 6.5, but his farm definitely not good at all. Just Tranquil Boots up on himself and Boots and a Stout Shield up on his bear. Meanwhile, Batrider has his Blink Dagger already, only 10 minutes in. Has the Blink Dagger and Bottle, pops the double damager, and it looks like he might try and go on Luna here. See one stack of Napalm, but Luna's going to back off here. Doesn't want to go into the double damage bat. And if she's smart, she would have inventory checked as well and noticed that Blink Dagger. Of course, we know that doesn't always happen in games. Meanwhile, the Lone Druid spraying dangerously close to the Nakes here. The Shackle Shot landing on the bear and the hero, and the Centaur Stomp stunning the Nakes. The Power Shot comes through and kills off the Centaur, but they're not going to be able to go on the Lone Druid with only the Windrunner and the Nakes, especially seeing as he's gone Midas first. He doesn't really have the attack damage to take him down during the open wounds time, I think they need some help from the Rubik or the Tinker. Looks like the Batrider is searching for the Axe at the moment. The Rubik is behind him. They might go for a wraparound on mid. They're going to walk into Lena here. We see the lasso coming out instantly. The Lax Strike Array also stolen. Unfortunately, the Flame Break pushes him out, but that's going to be the death of the Lena nonetheless. And Death Prophet needs to get herself out of here. She does position herself on the right side of the tower, so some good positioning there. Not going to be able to go in on it. Meanwhile, Juicy scouting out with his Spirit there. He knows the Windrunner is low. He also picks up a Haste Rune, and the Lone Druid Haste Rune animation is just
Radiant's
ridiculous.
top
They need
tower
to
is taking
change that.
hits.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
It's the California Surfer. That is just...
Took it away from the Death Prophet as well. She wanted to bottle that.
Not the best move there, but thought he could maybe go for the kill, but the Windrunner already too far back. It looks like they're going to try and take down
This
the
tower won't
tower.
last much longer.
Next sword, just hiding the trees.
Yeah. Well, the Death Prophet ultimate and the destruction from the bear. The bear doesn't have any damage items up, so it's still going to be quite slow, but I think they can put some damage on this tower if they can't kill it off. We see a TP in from the Windrunner who's going to power shot through these creeps. The Death Prophet does pop off her ultimate, and the Rabid and War Cry, Battle Cry is popped off by the Lone Druid. Maybe looking to go on this Windrunner in here.
Radiant's
Goes to
gone and
Shackle Shot,
fortified their
cancels it off, and
structures.
the Fortify comes out from the Radiant as well. So this tower's not going to be going down. Oh, the open wound's thrown out on the Lone Druid, and the TP cancelled off by a Shackle Shot. He's stuck here for now, but of course those ghosts from Death Prophet doing physical damage.
Somebody's on a roll.
That is going to be the death of the Nakes. The Light Strike and the ultimate coming back to the Death Prophet, healing her up at probably the best time she could hope for.
That's 4 in a row.
She's still going to go
2
down
down.
to the Rubik and the Windrunner. So just something to mention there is the Death Prophet ultimate, even though it may be a spell, the ghosts do physical damage, so even when Nakes uses rage, it still hits him. So maybe Nakes underestimating the power of that ultimate a bit and taking far too much damage. throwing a bit of his gold away there.
The Dire best
Top
do
is
something
missing.
about that bottom
He has-
I really
tower.
think the Lina
Can't
should have
do
been down
nothing
there
about Dire
to
structures
help
right
them
now.
push. I think they would have won that if that happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Guess
Yeah, I
what's
think
happening
the
to Dire's
Luna
bottom
against the
tower?
Batrider is fine. Lina and Axe probably should have gone bot and let Lone Druid jungle. Would have been more helpful. Lone Druid's having a really hard time down here.
Yeah, so if we take a quick look at the GPM, Lone Druid sitting at 173, which is definitely not what you want on one of your core heroes. The only two that are doing worse than him are the Tinker at 140 and the Lina on 101. So not a good game for their mid Tinker as well. They can take a bit of solace in that. If we take a quick look at the net worth graph, the Nakes is absolutely smashing it. At 5.5k, he is a good 2k ahead of the next player, who is actually Axe, who has made some decent use of that jungle, but still in comparison, not very fun at all.
The Dire best do something about that bottom
Lacking a
tower.
lot of items. The Axe does have a Blink Dagger up now, which will help a little bit. But the Batrider chasing at the moment. Overall, just this Dire side being definitely out-farmed. The Open Wounds comes out on the Death Prophet, pops off the ultimate. Will she be able to get away
Radiant's
with her
top
movement
tower's
speed?
hurting.
Nakes is chasing hard. He needs at least 2 more hits, and he's not going to be able to catch up. The Shackle
Radiant's
Shot comes
top
out on
tower
the
is
bed, but doesn't
taking
match to
hits.
anything. I think they can really turn around and go on this this Lone Druid. The Entangle comes out on the Nakes. Unfortunately, Tinker not being able to get in range for a laser. He should be able to turn around and hit the Death Prophet here, but standing around too much and just goes down to the ghosts. Meanwhile, Rubik kills off the Lone Druid, who is up on this cliff here, just completely out of position, and gets taken off by a TPN.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Meanwhile, the Batrider doing some damage to the top tower. I'm gonna say some good rotations coming up from the Radiant. They're helping out the heroes when they get in trouble, coming and teleporting in. And it's really setting up this Nakes. He's only 650 away from that armlet. Meanwhile, the Rubik doing a good job at supporting. Already got his mana boots up. And I believe... Oh no, he doesn't have anything else, but keeping up the sentries and observer wards as well, so a great addition to his team.
I think this Lina really needs to do more. She doesn't have a TP on her. And just, yeah, walking around back and forward.
We see a lift from Rubik and
6 in a row.
and the stolen Crypt Swarm from Rubik
Dire's
kills
mid
off the
tower
Death
could use a
Prophet.
little help.
And they've pinged the middle tower. They do want to go on it. We see a blink up from the Batrider. And an instant lasso. That is the death of the Lina as well. Just the
loath to kill
Radiant
another
picking off heroes left
for
and
you,
right.
I made an
and they should be able to
exception.
turn this into a tower kill. Ooh, Axe blinks into 3 heroes with no follow-up at all.
5
Just
in a
gets
row.
completely
Two
melted.
down.
Peace out!
Very questionable decision from Emma there. Just blinks into the middle of 4 that all have
Radiant's
magic
top
nukes.
tower's in
and
bad
just
shape.
gets taken down instantly.
Radiant's top tower's taking
If we take
hits.
a quick look at XP, it's 5k in the way of
The Radiant got one less
and
top
also
tower.
5k gold in their favor as well. By no means an absolute stomp, but that's just going to accelerate over the next few minutes. I don't see the Dire really squeezing much out of this map in the way of push or kills.
Oh no.
The Tinker has his Soul Ring completed now, but still not even boots of speed. 18 minutes in, so we're going to see a very, very late boots of travel coming. Ooh, we see a Blink Lasso in on the Lone Druid. And getting nuked down, this is going to be
6 in a
death.
row.
Playing a bit too far up, but that haste rune on the Batrider is too much for the other team, and he's completed his 4-staff up
Dire's
as well.
mid
So
tower's having
an 18-minute blink force
difficulties.
for the Batrider. The Dire are going to find it very hard to find opportunities to initiate.
Hope the
or
Dire
even
weren't
stand under
partial
their
to
own
that
towers
mid
to
tower.
defend. Meanwhile, the Dire trying
Radiant
to do some
structures must
pushing
have
of
been
their own.
fortified.
Death Prophet ultimate comes out and the Fortify is here. Hopefully we'll see some TP
Radiant's
support
bottom
it, but
tower
Rubik
ain't a
is
pretty
coming
sight
down.
right now.
But it looks like this tower's going to go down to the Dire.
There
TPs
goes
are coming
Radiant's
in, and the
bottom
TP
tower.
out from Death Prophet is cancelled by the Rubik Lift. She does get the silence off before Rubik can use open wounds. Rockets come in from the side from the Tinker, and open wounds used on the Lena. The laser will be enough to
Too many
the last hit
irons
still
in the
going to the
fire.
Lifestealer. So some good reactions there from the Radiant. Even though they lose the tower, they manage to take down the Lena and do a lot of damage to the Death Prophet in the process. Unfortunately, it is healed up by her ultimate. And it looks like they might be able to take out that bottom tower. Only 200 health remains on it. The next should just be able to rage up and take it down. Barring an entangle from the bear, that is. We see the Lifestealer really heading it up in terms of net worth, hitting almost 8k at the moment, where the closest one behind on the Dire side is the Luna at 5.2k, and looking at her item, she does have the drums and Yasha up, looking to go for an early Manta. But really it doesn't compare to the Nakes, who's already got his Armlet, Midas and Phase, so that the difference is only going to accelerate from here.
I think that's the wrong item choice. I think you should have gone for the BKB.
I think...
There's so much magical damage.
Yeah, exactly. With with the Rubik Windrunner, Batrider and Tinker, especially the Tinker, with only having 1,000 health, just, you know, one combo from the Tinker is going to take her down under half. If he manages to rearm and Soul Ring in that time, he's going to be able to take her down almost solo.
And so they basically have to win soon, because the Knights is just getting too fat too fast. And the Death Prophet ulti is not going to be as good later on in the game.
Yeah, and with the Batrider already having Blink and Force,
Dire just couldn't save that bottom tower.
To, kind of push any sort of advantage. He's able to give him enough kind of pick-off power that the Dire are always trying to fight kind of underhanded. He'll pick someone off at the beginning of the fight and let the rest of his team's nukes take them down. I think the Dire is...
I think I might be baiting down here.
In a lot of trouble. He does have Nakes inside of him. Blinking from Axe, and the Nakes instantly comes out, and look at that Axe melt. But a nice Laguna Blade coming in from Melina takes out the Tinker. Some follow-up coming from
Dire's
Death
bottom
Prophet,
tower's getting the business.
Lifestealer's gonna armlet toggle a little bit. Needs to be careful that he doesn't do it too soon. But with the phase boots, he's gonna be able to waddle his way out of here.
And yeah, that Lena pick is coming back to haunt them now. They have no reliable stuns.
Yeah. With only the kind of the Blink Berserker's call being there, it's not really enough to rely on when you need that solid stun. But the mini stun from Lucent Beam and the RNG tangle of the bear, yeah, they really do lack that reliable stun, as you said. Batrider looking to get aggressive. He does spot out this lone druid here. Is he going to go on him? I don't think so. His Firefly runs out just as he spotted out. I'd love to see Nakes pick up a Basher here. I think the extra lockdown is kind of, or maybe even a Drum of Endurance just to give him that extra speed and mid-game power. But with the kind of farm he has, Maelstrom or Basher would be my pick.
So there's no arcane boots at all coming from the Dire team, which is not very good if they need a push.
Boots.
What the Axe can do is he can buy energy booster and he can switch between them. If you guys know that trick.
Yep, switching between Tranquils and energy booster gives you health and mana. It's a very nice trick to do. Of course, you need to have the time to disassemble them in between. It can be a bit tricky. The Batrider flying up, hopefully looking for a pickup. He's going to find the Luna down here. They know he's coming. Is he going to be able to get the blink off in time? I don't think so with the drums and Yasha. Oh no, she turns back for a moment. He blinks forward, gets the lasso off, starts stacking up that napalm. The drums get popped off by a shackle shot and the follow-up from Rubik. That is going to be a very dead Luna. Meanwhile, the lone druid trying to farm up an armor for his bear, still around 300 off. And I think it's just
Dire structures looking fortified.
Too late for the Dire side.
The Dire might want to mine the top tower.
Does have a mechanism.
Radiant's mid tower's coming
as
apart.
you guys pointed out, the lack of mana boots on both the
top tower
and the Lena means that they're going to be very
Radiant's toughening up their structures.
Not.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Radiant's mid tower's in trouble. Before Tinker did.
What?
The Batrider got through to troubles before Tinker.
And that's also with having a Blink Dagger and 4 staff and Bottle.
Yeah.
Luckily for the Tinker, he does have that recipe up now, but he is on the team that's completely dominating, so his lack of farm isn't going punished at the moment. Sitting only just above the Rubik at the moment in terms of net worth. And the Rubik really has been playing very well. He's had some good TPs, always in the fights at the right time, and has also picked up a Blink Dagger. So you have that the Blink Lift initiation to go along with the Blink Lasso if that wasn't enough.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
It'll be very hard for the Dire to find any openings. We take a look at the XP.
There might be one here if Windrunner sticks around for too long.
9 in a row.
Scepter into a Berserker's Call. The mechanism popped off.
Could you?
And she's gonna
Guess
go
what's
down.
happening to Dire's bottom tower?
And stay down.
And it looks like for that Windrunner they're gonna take a D2 tower at bottom.
Dire's
so
bottom tower got blown to bits.
Gotta say the unstoppable streak is worth a little more in terms of gold, but they do lose a lot of kind of Roshan advantage by not having that tower there. They do still have the T2 mid. Of course that T2 bottom is a lot faster if you want to get into the Roshan pit. Unless of course you axe with the blink.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Open Wounds comes out on the bear, and with the extra damage from the Feast on this next, they're going to be able to take it down very easily. So that Lone Druid is going to be without a bear. Well, actually, he just resummons it now, so not for too long at all. And the armlet is completed on the bear, but not activated at the moment. There we go, he turns it on just then. So armlet finally coming out for the Lone Druid, but only sitting at about 5k net worth when the Nax is up at 12. The Batrider at 9 and the Windrunner at 7. It's a very, very sad bear. Ooh, we see a smoke up from the Radiant side here, and Nax is inside the Batrider. Looks like they're going to be going into the jungle. They should be able to spot out the
They're gonna
Luna
the
here.
Luna, I think. They go on a...
They ping downhill,
locked out.
they know that the axe is there. But no, they spotted the Luna thanks to creeps at top. And Batrider's got the Firefly going, blink in, lasso, infest, rockets, shackle shot, laser.
Maybe next time.
I don't know how you could be any more dead than that Luna was just then. And they're gonna convert it into a tier 2 push at top.
they're gonna try and trade the Aegis, try and get the rush for it, I think.
I don't think the Skarey is gonna do enough. He's moving too slowly for it. I think if they go for that, they're gonna lose T2
Dire's
and
top
T3,
tower.
maybe even the Rax.
You know the drill.
The Lone Druid doesn't have enough power by himself, and the axe can't really help unless he's taking the damage. He does come into the pit. Juicy getting stunned up here, taking a lot of damage.
Is that a bug? Yeah, the Berserker core doesn't work on him.
top tower.
What's going on?
The Berserker core doesn't work on Roshan.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
And they are just taking too much damage.
Dire's mid tower could use a
They've
little
already
help.
lost the T2 and
Dire's
Nax.
mid tower's
They're gonna lose the T2 at top, and Axe goes down to Roshan
Look,
and instantly
top
DCs
tower's
the
getting
game.
beat down.
I don't
8 in a
know
row.
if maybe she lagged out there. and then DC'd, or whether it's a bit of a rage quit.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Reconnected, so I think
Oh,
it was
good.
just the Roshan. But really all the Dire's done is serve Aegis up to Nakes on a silver platter, and he has gone for the
Trouble
middle lane,
brewing at Radiant's bottom
with
tower.
this much attack speed, his next item should definitely be a Basher in my books. But yeah, just really
The Radiant took old Roche out back and let him have it. Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
But I don't think this game could really get any worse for the Dire side. 2 failed Roshan.
The Dire might want to mine
really
the top
not going
tower.
their way. The net worth of the Nakes now at 14k, double that of the Luna, who is closest on the Dire side, and really just completely out of control at the moment. I think all the Radiant need to do is group up as 5 and push a lane, and they'll win. I don't see the Dire having any response to a 5-man push. Batrider activating a double damage room. The Dire ward spotting him out. I would like to see Batrider or Rubik pick up a gem here and just go and de-ward the map and completely cut off the vision for the Dire side. Ping's coming out on the Rubik. Batrider's also here. Silence comes out on the Batrider. Blink in and all is going to be enough to catch the Rubik, but he force staffs away. A force and blink up for him. But the Batrider does go down to the Axe ultimate, sacrificing his life for that of the Rubik, who blinks up to the high ground and TPs away. So a 1-0 trade for the Dire, a good little pick-off, managing
The
to stop
Dire
that
best
beyond
do something about that bottom
streak.
tower.
But really it's just a bit of...
Guess
a bit of
what's
flash
happening to
before
Dire's bottom tower?
about 10 more of those and they might be a bit more into the game, but at the moment Nakes is just free farming up at 4.2k gold. We'll be switching out that magic stick for another high tier item soon.
They had to use the Death Prophet ulti for that too, so they can't really push this tower either.
Oh, the Eclipse, the stolen Eclipse thrown out by the Rubik. And it's enough to kill off the lone druid. Trying to dodge some damage with the transformation there. But really, what was he gonna do? Transform and then get hit a couple times extra. He's still dead. Taking a quick look at XP, it's now almost 25k in the waves of Radiant. Meanwhile, oh, look at that. 3 hits and the Lena goes down to the Lifestealer. And a blink forward from that and force stuff away. This is a very dead axe.
2 down.
Oh, axe. So full of life. Delicious.
Also 20k in the way of the Radiant. And with that Aegis still up on Nakes, I think they can just go bottom and push the lane. Tinker choosing to walk around the map a lot. Not quite sure why. He does have the Boots of Travel and Soul Ring up. And of course, if you're not used to playing Tinker, the general way to play him is to use Boots of Travel, go out to a lane, pop your Soul Ring, throw out a March of the Machines, pop your Rearm, pop the Soul Ring again, March of Machines again. Do that as much as your mana pool will allow, and then TP back to base. You can farm almost every single lane, and it really pushes them out and lets the rest of your team push in. And with the trips back to Fountain, you're constantly at full mana. So with only about 20
Radiant's
seconds
top tower's in bad shape.
you really have a massive global presence. So the Tinker not being used to his maximum effect, I think if he was, they would be able to push into the Dire base a lot easier. And we see a lot of warding coming up from both teams. And a good spread of vision for the mid. We do see an Infest up on the Batrider here, so maybe looking to get a few kills. The Batrider has also picked up a Ghost Scepter, so there's going to be no right clicks coming out from the Lone Druid or the Luna. There's still a lot of magic damage coming out from that Lena. If Lena catches you on that Ghost Scepter, it's going to do a lot of extra damage. Firefly coming out, it looks like he's going to try and blink onto the axe here. blink comes out and Lone Druid is the target. Unfortunately getting a root straight away on the Batrider, but the Nakes just pops out and goes to town.
5 in a row.
The lightning finishing off the axe. And I would really like to see him group up and push here. I think they've had enough farming, it's time to end the game. But Nake's looking for a bit of jungle action. Spots the Luna, gets the the open wounds off, but he's just going for the
armlet.
Exactly.
Well done.
That was without an armlet.
And the Eclipse stolen out by the Rubik. Still in use there. The Nake's at 7k gold at the moment. He could go and pick up a rapier if he wanted. But probably a better item to go at this point would be the Abyssal Blade or even a Heart, maybe a Desolator for this insane damage. But I would prefer the Abyssal Blade over a Desolator at this point and with that much damage. But definitely, they just need to group up and push now. Of course, they can always just call good game, and I think they should really just call good game at this point. The Radiant are 32k ahead in experience and 20k ahead in gold.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
36-7. You see a blink in from the Batrider. More stuff back. Followed up by a shackle shot and laser. Very good.
I'm the one your vision's been warning you about.
Meanwhile, Firefly placed all around the tower. Rubik flips forward, gets the lift off on the Lone Druid. The shackle shot to prepare from the winner, and a nice 4-person backstrike array there from the Lena.
That's 4
Unfortunately, no fail. Blink in and Blaze Mail from the Lone Druid, but it's just not enough. They're too far ahead in farm, they're too far ahead in experience, and they can just walk through the base and go straight for the throne.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
A Lucid Beam is thrown out, and we see a Satanic picked up by the Lifestealer. So going for all-out life stealing.
Dire's top tower's gone. Trouble brewing at Dire's top rags.
And this is going to be a very good Luna. Oh no, he decides to attack the building, and the lasso comes out.
6 in a row. Radiant's mid tower.
Bursts into a creep, bursts out.
Dire's
The
top rags.
top rack's down, and I think they
Dire's
should
top
just go
rags.
straight for the
Didn't make it.
throne afterwards. There's
Trouble
nothing
brewing
to
at Radiant's bottom. Nothing left of Dire's top rags.
Smoke up from the die here, possibly trying to just
Radiant's
escape
bottom
from the
tower
base
seen
and not
better
die as
days.
much. A blink in from the
bottom
axe,
tower
only catching the I think it was the
7 in a row.
Nakes able to be taken out, even through the blade mail, doing nothing to that raged up Nakes. Oh, the ultimate coming out on Rubik, but he survives on about 60 health.
8 in a row.
Death Prophet going down, and this Lifestealer is just doing too much damage. A triple kill for the Nakes, and good game is finally called. The towel is thrown in, and the Radiant are just going to be able to walk all over this Dire base, with or without the good game.
Someone's
It's a
dropped
very
out
well
like a
played
kid
game
in
from
school.
Radiant. They really kept
Radiant's
that
bottom
Lone Druid
tower
out.
ain't a
And
pretty
with the
sight
failed
right
Roshan
now.
right at the beginning, they were at an advantage from the start, which they never really gave up.
The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
Yeah, the Eclipse thrown out, killing
Trouble
off the
brewing at Radiant's
Batrider.
bottom tower.
Lucid Beam thrown out on the Rubik as well. But
No
it's not
idea
enough.
how many
This,
that
this
was.
Lifestealer
Dire's
is
mid
just
tower
way
won't
too
last
fast.
much longer.
And if you look at the net worth, it's not even
Radiant's
arranged
bottom
by
tower
team,
ain't a
and
pretty
all
sight
of the
right now.
Radiant sitting above all of the Dire. Even the number 5 Rubik is more farmed than the other team's carry.
From the boneyard.
That is going to get another kill on Zach. And the Batrider actually has an ethereal blade.
Dire's mid tower's having technical
So turning that
difficulties.
ghost
2 down.
blade, getting a double kill
I'll
there.
have the brisket. My horse will have
Throwing
your
out the
head.
ultimate shackle there, following it up with the Winner ultimate. They're fountain camping at the moment, but I really think they should just
Dire's
finish it
mid tower could use a little help. Dire's mid-tower's nothing now. Might be over for the Dire's Ancient. The Dire's Ancient is getting whooped. It's sundown. Serious Dire's Ancient, as they said.
And the Rubik using the stolen Eclipse
Now
to
that
kill
was
off the
cold.
Lena.
I think I lost count. It's heating up at the Dire side, Ancient.
So full of life. Delicious.
The Radiant done it.
And the throne finally goes down. So the good game finally coming out. 39 minutes, 51 to 8. As I said before in the all chat, the XP sitting at 50k ahead for the Radiant and almost 40k gold. That's just a bit insane. And the Windrunner with a Divine Rapier even. It's just a complete stomp from the Radiant. So good game, well played. Thank you for joining me, my temporary co-casters. It was nice to hear some of your insights there.
Thanks for having me. I'll do this again. I'll speak a lot more next time, though, I promise.
I do tend to talk a lot.
Yeah, all good. I just like listening to you commentate. It was nice.
Thank you very
I was
much.
trying to find a good time to get in there, but yeah, you keep the flow going there. That's good, I guess.
Always good to have your little commentaries on the side. You did catch quite a few things that I did miss. So thank you very much for joining me. This has been a Dota is Hard in-house game. Thank you everyone who tuned in on the stream. I'll throw up the links at the moment. All of these VODs will be going up onto my YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/SpecDota. And of course, subscribe to that. Follow me on Twitch. And you'll be able to find out when the stream starts up and also when new videos are released. So thank you for joining me, Mighty and Bogey, and that'll be it from us tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning into the stream. I hope you have a good night. See you later.